Hey guys, today we'll be teaching you trig identities. This was made by Emma Pusung, Neha, Rani, and Riya Kunderan. We will be specifically teaching you double angle identities. The first one we'll learn is sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x. We'll teach you a problem to teach you when to use the double angle. Sine 2x equals 6 cosine x. The first step we're going to do is recognize that we can use a double angle, therefore we can make a problem 2 sine x cosine x equals 6 cosine x. Then we're going to subtract both sides by 6 cosine x and get 2 sine x cosine x minus 6 cosine x equals 0. Then we want to take cosine x, 2 cosine x out of the problem and get 2 cosine x times sine x minus 3 equals 0. We then make both the values equal to 0, so we get 2 cosine x equals 0 and sine x equals 3. Our domain is that it is greater than or equal to 0 and less than and equal to 2 pi. When we solve cosine x equals 0, we get x equals pi over 2, 3 pi, and sine x equals 3 has no solution. Therefore, our answer is x equals pi over 2 and 3 pi.
Next, we will be learning about the double angle for cosine, which is cosine 2x equals cosine squared x minus sine squared x, 2 cosine squared x minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sine squared x. All three of these represent the double angle for cosine 2x. For our example, given that cosine x equals 3/5 and sine x equals 4/5, find cosine 2x. So first, we're going to get the formula for the double angle, which is cosine 2x equals cosine squared x minus sine squared x. Next, we just have to plug in our given values, which are cosine x equals 3/5 and sine x equals 4/5. So here we have 3/5 squared minus 4/5 squared equals 9 over 25 minus 16 over 25. Once you subtract those, you will get the answer of negative 7 over 25. Now on to the last double angle.
So last but not least is tan 2x is equal to 2 tan x over 1 minus tan squared x. So this problem is similar to the last one, but this time given sine x equals 3/5 and cosine x equals 4/5, we have to find tan 2x. So we know that tan x is equal to sine over cosine, so we can plug in those values that we were given. So 3/5 over 4/5 is equal to 3/4. Next, we use the formula for tan 2x, which is 2 tan x over 1 minus tan x squared again, and we just plug in the 3/4 that we found. So 2 times 3 over 4 over 1 minus 3 over 4 squared, and that's equal to 3 over 2 over 1 minus 9 over 16. So then we have 3 over 2, and we multiply that by 16 over 7 because we know that 1 is equal to 16 over 16, and then minus 9. And so that gives us the answer of 24 over 7.
Lastly, please be sure to memorize these as it is important for when you need to use them. It will come in handy for sure. Thank you for listening once again.